Hello, everyone. This is me, Jason, reporting about the week 13 assignment, which is a React app. And what I'm doing, what we're supposed to do is what I'm going to show you is going to be on the next screen. What we had to do is create a login app, React app that represents having a login with a H3 border, H3 H3 header, um, and it has to say login, and it has to have a border around it. So I made a blue border. It also has username, password, and the login. Of course, when you hit the login, it says please fill out this field because it says it's required to do it. Same with the password. So let's say if I put something in here and then I don't put anything in here, it's not gonna. It doesn't matter if it works or not. So it's not going anywhere. These lines aren't going anywhere either. Like the home, the about, and the contact don't do anything, but they were told us to do a navigation bar, and that's what I did. So at the index.js, we imported the React DOM, the index.css. Still, I'm not using them surprisingly, but they also the app.js, which is the components, the app itself. And it's going to the root, which is really interesting. So it's going to the root of this. So it's going to the app.js, app.js, and that's what that's going to. So if I go here, go to the app.js, saying import React to React, import the app.js cascading style sheet, which is this one right here, which I'll get to in a moment. And we had to create a function called app, which was generated through doing the creation of the app of the React app. It says it has a div class name of app, and then between the two here, the navigation bar is at the top, just like this. That's the navigation bar, and then the login is below it. So that's going to be this stuff right here. So it's in that order. So from there, I want to show you the navigation. And of course, we have the imported React function. The function is navigation. That's an element. It's pretty much an element, a React component. Wants to return it, and it has some anchor things, anchor links, and this is a hyperlink ref to home, to about, and contact. Closes with the line items, unordered list, and then the nav, and then it exports back to navigation. And then the other one is the login.js, which we had to import React, the component from React. I made a class called login extends component. Made a constructor called props, super props, state username and password is what it needs to go through. And some other changes. Handle input range, name and value, Uh, handle submit event. So we want to handle username and password. So once that happens, by default, what it is you put the username and passwords. Any username and password. You can make anything up. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go to it. No, it's not going to request to a server because it's just a regular page. Then I made my little form here with the login, with the H3 login, H3 header with login. And I made a form out of this, all kinds of cool stuff here. Made a label called username, another label called password. and it's gonna have all listed in there. And I made a button named submit, but called the type is called submit, but the name of the button is called login. So let me show you my .css app.css. For one, I did for .app, which is on right here. That's the div right there. The app is right there. So I go back to here. I made a text design of center. Then I made a login form, which is at the login. That's a class. That's a login class, login form. Made login. I made the maximum width 300 pixels, margin 0 and auto, padding 50 pixels, border, made a nice grayish color. I made the background color kind of a white. Made a shadow of the login, shadow of black with 0 pixels, and 5 pixels. I made kind of a black color there. The H3, where you had to make the border and everything, make the border, text align, the center. I made the font size 22 pixels, and I made the border around it solid, and it's blue. Form group and margin bottom is 15 pixels. Label is display is block instead of flex. I made a font weight of bold. Then I used input type with this a text, and then the other input type with a password. Made the width 100%, padding 10 pixels, margin top 5 pixels, margin bottom 10 pixels. Border 1 pixel was a solid color, sort of a grayish color, sort of a light grayish color, off white, and then the border radius of 3 pixels. Other things I did with a button, I made that a display block. Made a color, background color of blue. Regular color, the font is blue, is not blue, but it's white. There's no border, the border radius is 3 pixels. The cursor is a pointer, so if you go to the button, go back to the button, it's a pointer. It's like a little hand with a little finger pointing on top of it. So it does that. I made the body of my app.js. I made it a color of aqua. So if you go back, this is the body right here. This is the color of the nav, which is blue. So I use some kind of bluish colors to make it as neat as possible and make it nice, colorful. So, the navigation, I made a padding of 10 pixels with a blue background color, and the text is white. Font size is 24 pixels. Unordered list is there's no style, listen style. I took the dots off. I took the dots off. Padding is 0. Displays flex, and justify content is center, and some many other things I've done. The one thing I did with the login CSS, I did login header. I made the font size 24 pixels. Text align is center. Border bottom is 2 pixels with a solid color of a sort of a light blackish color, a little light than that. Padding bottom is 10 pixels, and the margin bottom is 20 pixels. So we go back to this. There's the home. The home is sort of a white color. About and contact are also white too. So that's the font color of the nav bar. but the nav bar itself, the background color is blue. The body of this page is aqua, and then the login is bold and black, and then the border is blue. Username is there, password field is there, and then when you hover over the login button, which is type is submit, but it's called login, it becomes a pointer instead of a cursor. It becomes a pointer. So that's what I wanted to show you. If you have any questions, let me know, and hope I'll get some good feedback on this. Thank you very much.